a skill we might be asked to demonstrate in a testing environment would be coming up with our own wildcard mask that is appropriate to match any IP address in a subnet that is provided to us. How do we do this? Well, what we do is this. We have to look at a subnet mask, get it in dotted decimal form, and then convert it to a wildcard mask. There is a consistent way to do this, and let me show you how. Take your subnet mask that needs to be converted and subtract it from all 255s. So here we have the subnet mask that ends with 224, which is the equivalent of a /27 mask. It's harder to convert a /27 mask to a wildcard mask. And so if we do this math, what we're going to find is that our wildcard mask, and a wildcard mask is where the ones of the subnet mask become zeros, and the zeros of the subnet mask become ones. This would be the equivalent wildcard mask for this subnet. And so let's say we have something unusual like someone who decides to change the IP address to maybe 126 to be the last IP address in the subnet. The EIGRP network statement, assuming that you did this wildcard mask, would still apply to this interface. I'm not saying you want to do it this way, but you certainly want to be able to read EIGRP network statements even when they have complex wildcard masks. So this would be equivalent, or this network command would apply EIGRP to any IP address which falls within this subnet which exists on gigabit 0/1. The advertised network mask is not going to change. Don't think that this is somehow controlling how we advertise. It still is all about which interfaces are running the routing protocol. Subnet masks come in a lot of shapes and sizes, and we need to make sure that we're good with crafting complex wildcard masks from unusual masks, unusual subnet masks. And this is one that is used, but I would also call it unusual. Unusual because you're not going to find it in the wild a whole lot. So what are we going to see there? We're subtracting from all 255s our subnet mask in dotted decimal form, and we get in return 0.0.127. Let's do a sanity check and make sure that we remember wildcard mask octets should be 1, 0, 1, 3, 7, 15, 31, 63, 127, or 255. Let me write those out for you. The legitimate values of a wildcard mask for our purposes are values that are 1 less than a power of 2. And so we can see that we got a value, and we can second check ourselves. We can second guess ourselves. And this looks legit. So then I could apply that to my EIGRP network statement and be confident that even if someone did something funky, like changing the IP address to something else in the same subnet, the subnet is actually .0 for the 4th octet, that I would be immune to an alteration of the host portion of the IP address so long as the subnet is preserved.